Well, look at that background, and if you've not enjoyed the backwaters of Kerala, if you've not taken a ride on that houseboat, if you've not enjoyed the tender coconut right by the side of a beach or a backwater, you really must make your way to Kerala. This is not a tourism advertisement, but here's what it is. It may very soon, the next time you make a trip to Kerala, it may not be Kerala because it's already on the way to become Keralam. What are we talking about? The Union Cabinet has approved the Kerala government's proposal to rename the state from Kerala to Keralam, according to sources. Well, it's no longer according to sources. Actually, the decision has already been made public in the cabinet briefing that happened from Seva Tirth. The decision comes ahead of the assembly elections expected in April-May. The proposal follows a unanimous resolution passed by the Kerala Assembly on January 24th, 2024, urging the centre to amend the constitution and officially adopt the name Keralam. An earlier resolution passed in August 2023 had been returned by the Ministry of Home Affairs, citing technical changes, after which a revised resolution was cleared by the House. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan had moved the resolution stating that Keralam is the name used in Malayalam and reflects the state's linguistic and cultural identity. He pointed out that while the state was formed for Malayalam-speaking people, its name appears as Kerala in the first schedule of the Constitution. The Assembly urged the centre to amend it under Article 3 and to reflect the change across languages listed in the 8th schedule. The cabinet decision was taken at its meeting held at the newly inaugurated Seva Tirth, the new Prime Minister's office building.
कैबिनेट ने जो महत्वपूर्ण फैसले लिए आज, उसमें सबसे पहला फैसला लिया है केरला का नाम परिवर्तन करके केरलम। जब से भाषा के आधार पर राज्यों के डिलिमिटेशन हुए, राज्यों का निर्माण हुआ, तब से एक बड़ी डिमांड थी कि केरला का नाम केरलम होना चाहिए, जो कि मलयालम भाषा में केरलम कहा जाता है, इसलिए इसका नाम केरलम होना चाहिए। ये बड़े लंबे टाइम से डिमांड रही है। इस डिमांड को आज यूनियन कैबिनेट ने अप्रूवल दिया और इसका एक पूरा प्रोसेस है जिसमें राज्य सरकार और राज्य की विधानसभा का भी बड़ा रोल है। तो राज्य की विधानसभा के अनुमति, उनके निर्णय और केंद्र सरकार के निर्णय और उसके बाद में पार्लियामेंट में इस पूरे निर्णय की प्रक्रिया रहेगी। और आज इस फैसले के बाद में माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी केरला ऑल्टरेशन ऑफ नेम बिल 2026 ये राज्य की विधानसभा के पास भेजेंगे, इसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए, और उनके राज्य की विधानसभा के निर्णय के आने के बाद में भारत सरकार इसमें अगला स्टेप लेगी। पार्लियामेंट में जाएगा ये बिल, लेकिन राज्य की विधानसभा के अनुमति के बाद।
The movie has drawn political reactions. Kerala BJP President Rajeev Chandrasekhar backed the change, saying calling the state Keralam would be appropriate as it reflects tradition, culture and a forward-looking vision.
I am very happy because, look, please understand, our Keralam is called God's own country. It is a state with a huge history, a long history of rich tradition, culture. The British came, other people came and tried to make it something else. But we should, as we build Vikasita Keralam, we should not forget who we are, where we came from. And so I think calling our state Keralam is very, very, very appropriate, because we are going to be a state that is going to restore our traditions, restore our culture, protect our culture and heritage, and at the same time build a modern, forward-looking economy and build this Vikasita Keralam that is the dream of every Malayali.
Meanwhile, Congress leader Shashi Tharoor reacted on X with a lighter note, raising a linguistic question about what residents would be called, joking that Keralamite sounds like a microbe and Keralamian like a rare earth mineral, and suggesting a competition to coin new terms. In fact, asking the CMO to launch this competition, as it were. The proposal will now move to Parliament. If passed and granted presidential assent, the official name changes to Keralam. and it will come into effect. It is just a name change. Is it really? Or is it reclaiming an identity? Important question again, considering one of those very few issues where all political parties, including those that don't see eye to eye, really have come together, whether it be the left in Kerala, whether it be the Congress, or whether it be BJP at the center, all see eye, are on the same page when it comes to this. What is this really about? I'm being joined by Professor Dinesh Varshne, who's a CPI leader. I'm also being joined by M. Rajendran, who's a senior journalist. And I'm also being joined by Colonel S. Dini, who's a spokesperson with BJP in Kerala. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me. Well, Rajendran, first to you. So as I said, I love the backdrop behind you. I love the wall behind you. It will make anybody smile who knows what that is. But, a very simple question, Mr. Rajendran. As now Keralam becomes official, what does it really mean to you? Is it a big deal? Or is it a shift somewhere in your emotions? What does it mean to you as a journalist, as somebody who belongs to Kerala but lives away from Kerala? How does it resonate with you?
See, frankly speaking, it's proud to be called Keralam. No doubt about it. Does it change my life or anybody's life by the change of name? I mean, we have, renaming of places since not 2014, even before that. But does change of name make a materialistic difference in the lives of the people of in a state or anywhere? That is the big question. I leave one point, for the party spokespersons to mull over. The GST payment and various payments to Kerala from the center are yet to be released and there are many issues on which the Kerala government is waiting for the center to respond. Thanks for changing or responding to the name change, but please respond to the other things. That is what the people of Kerala would need immediately at the ground level. Pushing.
To Colonel S. Dini, we just heard Mr. Rajendran speak what he did, but here's my question. BJP at the center has been at the forefront of what they have been calling as an anti-colonial drive. That is to remove names, rename names, rebuild buildings, create new structures to do away with the colonial identity. In a state like Kerala, do you think you've been checkmated by the left and the Congress, which passed the resolution together? You've been checkmated on this, and moving in the same line during an election year was very important for the BJP.
I don't think so, ma'am, that, we have been checkmated, because as you rightly mentioned, the BJP has always stood for, going back to the roots. Whether it is, whether it is our historical, cultural aspects, we are very proud of our civilizational aspects. We hold two things very close to us. One is the civilizational aspect and the second is the constitutional aspect. These two are very, very dear to the BJP. Now, having said that, you rightly mentioned in your intro that it was very rare, on a rare occasion, where all the parties across board are unanimous in this particular decision of changing the name from Kerala to Keralam. So that is in itself is a big thing, I think, I don't remember the last when all the parties agreed to one common thing that, there was no controversy regarding that. So I think as a Malayali and as a proud Malayali, I'm happy that the name has been changed from Kerala to Keralam, because Keralam is in Malayalam. And the state itself was formed based on rediscover our entity or our past. So that is the significance of this. Having said that, what Mr. Rajendran says that, does it change anything on ground? No. Does it? I mean, not every decision is there for, changing materialistic things on ground. Now, you can't say every decision which has been taken, is to change every thing, every materialistic issue on the ground. No. Things are, there are certain things. For example, let me give you an example. I think, ma'am, you're also from Tiruvandhuram. The name earlier, it was known as Trivandrum. But today, more or less people have forgotten Trivandrum, and everybody, even the foreigners, also call it as Thiruvananthapuram. Now, when you call it Thiruvananthapuram, there is a connect. You as Malayalis, we
honestly,
understand.
since you raised that point, I don't know, because a lot of people in Thiruvananthapuram would still say Trivandrum, especially a lot of younger people as well. Where do you belong to? They instantly say Trivandrum. Even people within Kerala, if they are talking, they would talk about
I kind of, I'd like to differ on that one. I have people from abroad who are very happy to call themselves,
all right,
coming from
no,
Thiruvananthapuram.
nobody objects to Thiruvananthapuram. Nobody objects to Thiruvananthapuram. But in colloquial talk, if you say everybody largely or majority of people use Thiruvananthapuram instead of Trivandrum, I don't think, I haven't come across that. Many people still use Trivandrum across different stratas for that matter. Rajendran, would you disagree or agree with me?
Absolutely, that's the truth. It's a low-hanging fruit which, in a election period, the party which wants to grab power would use any low-hanging fruit.
All right. Do we have Dinesh Vashne with us? All right, Dinesh Vashne, I think we are getting you. Your signals are in and out. Hopefully, we have you right now. So you just heard Colonel Dini speak as well. A very simple question that I do want to ask you, and a version of that I asked Mr. Dini as well. Election year, it started in 2023, then 2024. There was a resolution which was, mooted by the left, completely backed by all parties. I think we've lost him all over again. There seems to be some problem. We'll try and get him back at this point. All right, there seems to be some fluctuation with that. But let me just come to you, Colonel Dini. How do you look at what lies ahead? Do you think this is something that's going to resonate with a poll-bound state? Because this is an emotion. This is an emotion. This is an emotion across Kerala.
Absolutely.
As I said, it has left overtones. It has Congress supporters. It also has people from BJP talking. But how much of this would find resonance when it comes to votes?
I think it would be quite naive for us to think that, the changing of name would, transform into votes during the upcoming elections. I think Kerala people are much smarter than that. And that is the first reason. The second reason is, the fact that it is a unanimous decision. Everybody is supporting. I don't find yet a person or from a political party or a celebrity who is opposed to this. So I think it's kind of a common feeling, as you rightly said. It's an emotion which, as Malayalis, we have. And people are proud to associate themselves with the name Keralam. And I think we should just leave it at that. I think certain things are beyond politics and votes. I think one of these is this particular incident, especially from a politically volatile state of Kerala, having a unanimous, kind of a cause is, I think, in itself shows that this is beyond politics.
Politics, I don't know, Colonel Dini. Why I say that? Because everything has political overturns, and it's the fact that all political parties are choosing to be in the same line at the same cause also shows why politically it is important in a state like Kerala. Last word from Rajendra, tongue-in-cheek from Shashi Tharoor. What are we going to be known as? What are people from Kerala going to be, from Keralam, going to be known as Keralamites? Tongue-in-cheek, but what's your take on it? Mr. Rajendran.
That's what, as Shakespeare's famous Romeo and Juliet thing, what's in a name, right? And Juliet goes on to explain, it is not the person, it is the essence that matters. And, that's what Shashi Tharoor seems to be pointing at. Important that, fine, you want to change the name, why time it in such a way that you're going to make a political mileage out of it? I mean, you could have done it earlier. I mean, there was nothing. It was pending from the state government for many, many years. And you have been in power for, now 12 years. So why time it now? That's going to be the question in everyone's mind. Kerala is not a state of people who can't do critical thinking. People, I mean,
that is also
thinking. So
that is
let's
precisely my point,
people
sir.
Of Kerala.
That is precisely my point, that people are here very intelligent. They know that these are things which no political party can encash upon and try to convert vote. These are emotional issues. I think we'll leave it at that.
I think it's an emotional issue. I do agree. It is an emotional issue, and I mean, for those who don't really know about it, Keralam has a lot to do with how the state's language, how Malayalam, how the usage of Kerala is. So therefore, many people who pointed out to me that, some people have changed their Twitter handles or social media posts to say Keralam. No, in Malayalam, Kerala was known as Keralam. So it's not like a new thing. It's just the English rechristening of the name. It's a name that is very familiar for people in Kerala. But I think formally now, it's going to be known as Keralam. Has a lot to do with how Malayalam uses that word and how the regional, local connect to that word.